The IDF says it's withdrawing troops from Khan Yunis in southern Gaza. Officials say Israeli forces are regrouping ahead of their planned assault on Rafah. Let's bring in ABC's Britt Clennett in Israel now, along with ABC News national security and defense analyst Mick Mulroy for more. Britt, what are the next steps here now that Israel is reportedly allowing this independent investigation into that strike? And what role could the U.S. play in that probe?
Well, Diane, we haven't been able to independently verify whether Israel would allow that, but plenty of questions surround how that would all unfold. Who would Israel trust to come in to investigate? Potentially, they could be worried about who would have access to their intelligence, to their operations. You'd think that would have to be someone from the U.S. So plenty of questions about whether they would actually allow that to take place and when it would take place, given that there is an operation still going on in Gaza, as they say, to remove Hamas's capabilities in the south. So, yes, plenty of questions, but the pressure day by day is growing on Israel to allow some kind of independent investigation into what exactly happened. The World Central Kitchen has said all along that the IDF cannot credibly look into its own failures. So, as I say, the pressure is growing not just from aid groups, but also from governments, from the US, from Australia, from other countries who had victims lost in that horrific aid attack last week.
Mick, what do you make of Israel pulling troops out of Khan Yunis? Does that tell you something about this potential assault on Rafah? Is it coming?
So, Diane, it does look like they're pulling their 98th Paratrooper Division, what we'd call Airborne Division, an elite commando brigade, and an artillery regiment out, likely for resting, refitting, and refueling and getting ready potentially for this assault on Rafah. That's unknown, but that is what it appears to me to be in line with. Of course, the United States would like to see a lot more done before any assault on Rafah, and now does not want to see an assault on Rafah because they don't believe it can be done without significant risk to the civilian populations. But we should start seeing that humanitarian corridor open up if that is the case, and the Israelis intend to do that before their assault, if they do this assault.
Britt, some civilians displaced from Khan Yunis are returning to find that city in ruins. What's it like there now?
Yeah, horrific. I mean, Khan Yunis has been under Israeli bombardment, let's remember, for months. And the city and the surrounding areas, Diane, are largely destroyed. Residents returning home to wreckage, to complete devastation. Them saying it's a shock. We heard from one man saying it is unbearable. This large-scale destruction was described as unreal from another resident, with this footage showing overturned cars, collapsed buildings, these stairwells completely crumbled. Israel believed that Hamas leadership, that they were hiding out there. Israel says it did all it could to protect civilians, but at the same time, the casualties there were high, and hundreds of thousands were displaced, Diane.
Britt Clennett, Mick Mulroy, thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.